Beautiful, isn't it?
Lovely. Nice day for the forage.
Hi, my name's Mary and I'm quite contrary, and this is how my garden grows. Only joking. Hello, my name's Mary and I'm from Skelmersdale. And during the lockdown, I think most of us are enjoying the spot of gardening, growing vegetables, and just enjoying as much time as we possibly can outside. Here's my effort so far. I'm somewhat an environmentalist, so my garden is a recycling project. I'm trying to grow as much fruit and vegetables as possible. I mean, as I say, I've been here since '69. My dad lost his job in Thorns. We had nothing. We lived on a shoestring. You either made it or you didn't have it. And that's where it all comes from. And when you look at the abundance that we've got in Skem, you know, we can go foraging and get absolutely everything. My family didn't forage. My family didn't grow any plants in the garden because the dogs were out there pooing all over it, you know. It's a different mentality. But the children that grew up in that environment had to make it or do without it. And I think I'm a product of that, really. I've got 12 tomatoes in that bed. Got a couple of peppers, courgettes ready to climb up the back. A load of leeks ready to be planted out shortly. Some broad beans with a couple of tomatoes in. Some lettuces were growing. And some nice peas and bits of chard. There's going to be loads of blackberries and everything here.
The food.
I'm not going to be able to reach a lot of that. I'm just trying to find another one because I don't want to. But it's on your doorstep. Why aren't you using it? Why aren't you going blackberry picking? Why aren't you picking the hazelnuts and trying to make hazelnut chocolate with it for the kids? Why aren't you making champagne? Why aren't you making cordial? Why aren't you doing it? I think they're madder than me.
Hello, my name is Oscar Wall. I'm 16 years old. I live in Skelmersdale with my mum and dad, Brian and Mary Wall. Have you saw Jeremy Kyle in Asa?
Right, lad.
How are you? Okay, I've just left school. After this lockdown, I'm hopefully meant to be going to ACF Harrogate, which is an Army Foundation college. I am disappointed with this lockdown, but I hope everything can resume shortly. I am quite gutted. I was meant to go up to Edinburgh in March, and then all this COVID-19 stuff happened, so I was gutted about that.
Do you think your assessment's going to be soon?
Where are we now? They ran me up the other day saying, we might be able to have you in June, July time.
You're not nervous about the travel there?
No, not really.
Just the assessment itself?
Yeah, as long as I have headphones, I'll be sound travelling up there. It'll just be that boring, but at least I'll have music. Well, I've been in cadets since like year 9. So I've liked military forces, and I just thought the army would be best suited for me. So I decided, I'll join the army. I had a look into it. There's this college where you don't get sent on hostile missions until you're 18. So I decided to go to this college. And fingers crossed I should be living in York by September this year. You know, we're both polarised. It's totally, you know, I'm a pacifist. They've never had guns as toys as children. And he had to fight for me to allow him to go to cadets, you know. And then in the end, when I really realised he wanted it so much, I had to support him. I realised it was what he wanted and what he needed because he didn't let it drop. And what about coming back? Coming back?
Of every faith you're going to pass.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear is if something happens and you don't pass for any reason, whether it's, you know, outside of you or whatever.
Yeah.
and then you coming back.
You've got to come back on your own.
You've got to come back on your own. If you didn't pass,
So I'll hop on the train.
and you feel you'd be alright coming back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about, just in case.
I'm going to pass. But even if I don't pass, I'll come home and then have a look at certain colleges or certain things I could do. And then after college, I'd still join the army. So, who's that fella who found America?
America was always there.
I think that's the major thing at the moment, you know, and it actually breaks any barriers that we might have had with our children or younger people at the moment, because no matter how old they perceive us to be, oh, you're ancient mum, you know what I mean? None of us have seen this before. It's absolutely brand new to us all.
Still doing your exercise.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing after this. Can you record me doing a minute press-ups?
He's running every day. He has to achieve his assessment run in 10 minutes, 15 seconds. And he's been smashing that for a long time. But yesterday and today, he's 8 minutes, 30 seconds. I just couldn't be prouder, because he's a really big, stocky lad, you know what I mean? And to be able to do that speed at his height and his stature, it's really good.
I'll see who can beat me.
Also good.
Just on me mates. So I'm going to put up on Snapchat.
And how many are you doing at the moment?
Well, my best one was 29 in a minute, but I reckon I could smash that.
In a minute?
Yeah.
I just want September to come so I can go to college.